Hello, happy April Fool's Day. Today I have the gum chewing rattlesnake. It is a story that I picked up when I was traveling through Arizona. When I was a kid growing up in Arizona, I used to love chewing bubble gum. I always had a big, juicy wad of bubble gum in my mouth. I'm not talking about one piece of bubble gum. I would put two or three pieces of bubble gum in my mouth at once. I might even put six or seven pieces of bubble gum in my mouth at the same time. I would be chomping away on bubble gum all the time, even when I was in school. My teacher would see that wad of in my mouth and snap, "Get rid of that gum." I had to take the gum out of my mouth and wrap it up in some paper and throw it into the wastebasket. I really didn't care. I always kept another package of bubblegum right in my shirt pocket. My mom was the one who would really get mad at me though, because I would forget to take the gum out of my shirt pocket and I'd throw my shirt in the wash with all the other dirty clothes. Now, I grew up a very long time ago when my mom had one of those old fashioned wringer washing machines. Her washing machine didn't spin. You had to put each piece of clothing through the wringer, and the rolls would squeeze out the water. She would put my shirt through the wringer, and the rolls would squish the bubble gum right into the cloth and make a big gunky stain around my pocket. My mom would say, "Look at this, you've ruined another shirt." But then one day something happened that changed her mind, and she never got mad at me again for carrying gum in my shirt pocket. I wonder what that could be. That was the day I was walking around out in the desert, kind of daydreaming and chomping on my bubblegum, not paying attention to where I was going. And I stepped right on a rattlesnake's tail. The snake couldn't rattle to warn me because I was standing on his tail. So he didn't even worry about warning me. He just came up, striking through the air, aiming its fangs right at my heart. The rattlesnake hit me, bam, right in the shirt pocket. That's where I was carrying my spare bubble gum. The rattlesnake's fangs got stuck into the bubble gum. There I stood with my foot on the rattlesnake's tail and with all his fangs stuck right in my shirt pocket. He was thrashing around and whipping up against me. I was so scared I couldn't even move. I just froze there staring into his beady little eyes. Those eyes were looking hate back at me. The snake started working his jaw all around, trying to get its fangs out of the bubble gum so he could get back at me and bite me a really good one. But of course, as the snake worked his jaws around, trying to get his fangs out of the bubble gum, the gum kept getting softer and softer. The next thing I knew, there was a little pink bubble coming out of the rattlesnake's mouth. It got bigger and bigger until it was twice the size, maybe 3 times the size of a basketball. I got up all my courage and I brought my hand up slowly and pop! I broke the bubble. The snake went flying back. His head hit on a rock and knocked him out cold. But that did take all my courage. I fainted and I fell in the other direction. I didn't come home for my lunch, and my mom came looking for me. She found me laying there on the ground. Lying in the other direction was the rattlesnake with the bubble gum all over his face. My mom asked me what happened, and I told her the same story I just told you. You know what? She didn't believe it, did you? I wonder if that was a true story. I want you to talk to someone and tell them, do you think that this little boy's story was true or did he make it up? And why did you think that? Have a great April Fool's Day and stay tuned. We'll probably have some more stories coming out.